Hi everyone, it's Baldrick here, and in today's episode I'm going to be doing a build for a highly upgradable PC. So it's going to be mainly featuring the new graphics card that has just come out this month, which is January, the GTX 960, just because of its good price range. Keep in mind I'm going to be doing Australian prices, so compared to the US, most prices are about $100 more than what they would be in the US, because the 960 in the US is about $200, whereas in Australia it's about $300. So that's a bit of a pain, but that's what us Australians have to put up with anyway for most of our PC tech. So let's get into the build. So obviously we're going to have a operating system. If you want to be playing games, Windows 8.1 is definitely the way to go. The price for that on the website that I'm getting this off is $119, and the website I'm getting it off is PCcase Gear. So that's probably my recommended website if you're going to buy parts from there, and if you want to go to a shop, they're about the same price anyway, so it's a good place to get my parts from. So the CPU I've picked is the AMD FX 8350. It's an 8-core processor and it comes in at $229. This is perfect for gaming. Since it's a black edition, you can overclock it if you want. This isn't really going to be the most overclockable processor. It's decent, but due to your cooler that's going to come with it, you're not going to get the most out of it, but it's still going to be a beast for gaming. 8 cores, but not the most powerful cores, but it's definitely better to have more than less. So they may be less powerful, but at least you can use multi-threaded applications a bit better, so that's pretty good, and it's pretty cheap for 8 cores as well. So the price is gonna, the performance is gonna be around the same as the i5, but I think AMD's processors are better value for money. So next is the graphics card. Obviously the graphics card is the 960, but the 960 I've picked is the EVGA GTX 960 super clocked with the ASRock 2.0 cooler. So it's going to be a beast. You're going to be able to overclock it. It's going to give you a lot of megahertz compared to the reference design, and you're just going to run all those 1080p games mostly maxed out. Anti-aliasing maybe not for all games because of its 2GB of video memory, but you're definitely going to be maxing out Battlefield for it, and you're going to be getting 60 FPS according to what all the benchmarks were showing, so that's a good indication. So now that we've done the graphics card, by the way, I'll tell you the price of that graphics card. It was 319 Australian dollars, so it's more I thought I'd get the super clocked version over the a sort of reference design, or they don't really have a proper reference design, but over a cheaper one, just because of its awesome clock speed, and it's just got a pretty good cooler on it as well. So now that the graphics card's out of the way, I'll get onto the motherboard. This is actually, I guess it's gonna make this PC upgradable or not upgradable. So the motherboard I've picked is the ASRock 990 FX Extreme 3 motherboard. It comes in at 149 Australian dollars. Now the thing about this motherboard is that it supports Crossfire and SLI. So in the future you might not be happy with your 960 and you may want to upgrade it to a different graphics card, and that obviously allows that. Any motherboard does that. But what this motherboard does, if you want to in the future, because you're not getting as much performance as you want, you can just chuck in another 960, so you're gonna get about a 40% increase due to SLI, so it's really good feature to see this on a AMD motherboard. And also, if you really want and you're keeping this PC for a decently long time, you can even go Crossfire if you want to give AMD a go for their graphics card. So it's really good that you can do that, and it's just great to see all those PCI Express slots on the board. So it's really good in terms of upgradability in the future for graphics cards mainly. Obviously if you really want, you can upgrade your CPU as well to another more powerful AMD one if you really want. So now that we've got motherboard out of the way, let's get onto the RAM. The RAM is a pretty decent RAM. It's running at 1600 megahertz. It is the Corsair Vengeance, so it's just standard Corsair Vengeance at 1600 megahertz, and obviously DDR3, and that is 109 Australian dollars. So it's a single stick I picked, so you can upgrade in the future your RAM, so you've got more spots left in your RAM slots. So that's really important. Now I'd like to get into the case. The case I picked is a really good case in terms of I can't really say price to performance, but I can say price for features. It's got a nice side panel on it. You can put a fan on the side panel, which is an added benefit. It takes up to ATX motherboards, which is good, and it just looks pretty good for it's a $54 case, so it definitely looks awesome. It's got a nice blue theme to it if you're into that, and I think it will look nice with basically any sort of configuration. So that's the case. Now I'll get onto the power supply. Now, since this is meant to be a upgradable PC, I have picked a 750 watt power supply. So the exact model is the Thermaltake Lightpower 750 watt power supply, and that comes in at $95. So the reason I picked 750 watts is so you can SLI the 960 in the future. 750 watts should be enough for the 960 and SLI, just because for a what's called a 960 you only need a 400 watt power supply, so giving it 750 is maybe a bit much for two different 960s, but it's definitely going to get the job done, so that's why I've picked it. I think it will be a great upgrade in the future. So that's the point of this PC, is its upgradability. So you're not paying for the best performance right now, but in the future you'll definitely get better performance with two graphics cards. Another thing that I'd like to chuck in is obviously the hard drive. Hard drive standard Western Digital Blue 1TB, $69, and then we've got the Wi-Fi card, which is a TP-Link, and it goes to about 150 megabits per second, and that comes in at $15. And then obviously this is optional, a DVD drive, so you can install your operating system or play some old games on it. So that's why you might want to get the DVD read writer, so you can have a few uses for that if you want. So that's basically it for this PC, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this sort of PC build video. I know I've got Battlefield 4 in the background. I can't actually build the PC for you every time I do a PC build. This is to sort of just give you the parts that I would recommend for a certain type of PC, and this PC is a sort of bang for your buck upgradable PC that's going to last you a while. I'm not saying it's future proof, because you never know what may come in the future, but it's definitely gonna last 3 years or more, so it's gonna be a beast. 8 cores, before that becomes mainstream, I reckon in 3 years it'll be more mainstream than it is now. It's pretty expensive to get 8-core CPUs from Intel right now, so we'll see in the future. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Tell me if you want more sort of PC builds like this with gameplay in the background. Might change the game up a bit. But if you're wondering, it was on GoldMod Railway, and I recorded it from my PC at ultra settings. Thanks for watching, I hope you had a nice day, and I hope you actually use this PC build in real life and actually build a PC with it. Thanks for watching, see you later.